Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Lerato Sivata. It is so good to be back. I must say I haven't been recording videos for the past few weeks because wow, life has been wowing and so busy. But I'm happy to be back. And listen, we are going to be chatting about the most wanted requested video. Of course, I would not be doing justice as well to this channel if you don't talk about funding opportunities. Why talk about tender, small business development, improvement, etc., but we don't talk about funding? So guys, anyway, I'm going to tell you a little quick story regarding this video. I attempted to do this video, probably now this is my fourth time. I don't want to lie. First time, the audio was not audible. Like, wow, imagine recording 20 minutes, then audio editor. What? Like, WTF? Fine, strike one. Strike two. I recorded the video, but the light, yes, there's nothing wrong with the light on that one. Light wasn't working. Some things in here were just not working. And you know what? I'm such a perfectionist. I love quality content, quality stuff. So if it's not giving the givings, I'm not interested, right? And I don't want to feed and rather, do stuff that is not related to my brand and who I am. And the third attempt, I was in Cape Town. I wanted to record this video, but there was a lot of noise, background noise. It just did not sound so nice, like something wrong with the sound. I was like, video. But you know what? Because I love you guys. I'm like, no, I am still going to record this video because it is so important, wealth of information, and some people out there need it, right? Anyway, let's move out of the way with a lot of my funny stories. So I've made a couple of notes with regards to funding opportunities. A lot of people want to get into tenders, and once they've started getting purchase orders or having award letters after they have now successfully won the tender, some people don't have the money to actually fund the project. We see this play out a lot, especially in failed projects. I'll talk about this on another video. We're talking about construction failed projects. Or you end up losing an opportunity just because you don't have the money to start, right? Of course, procurement, when they award you the tender, they don't think that you don't have the funds to actually start the project. And this is when you need funding, right? And sometimes it's also not just about tenders. It's because you have a great business idea and all you want is someone to come and save your life and say, hey, we believe in your dream. There's 3 million rand, there's 150,000. You can just start. And that's what we need as people, right? So there are, a couple of things to just look into before we even begin. Whenever you, in fact, when you go and look for funding, just quick checks, guys. Make sure go to that very same institution. They are registered with NCR, the National Credit Regulator, and have an FSP number, which is about 5 digits, right? And all the other, checks that you would do in GMO, normal due diligence and verification. But for credit check, this is very important. Almost every financial institution needs to be registered and have an FSP number. And you can, guys, please don't be lazy. Go and check their number that it is actually valid. Some people that are undergoing the verification or registration, but they don't have the actual number. And this happens quite a lot, right? So let me chat about quick one. There is public sector funding. There is also private sector funding. We'll just do quick, high level, the obvious ones, which I want to start with Cedar, right? Small Enterprise Development Agency. Cedar, guys, they fund all the businesses that are interested in doing marketing materials. They also offer my mentorship and coaching. They do startups, literally from startups. They can actually do grant funding as well, up to 5 million rand, if I'm not mistaken. So they are focusing a lot more on entrepreneurship, that is focused on rural areas, less developed type of societies and communities. And all they really want, guys, more mechanical, those handyman things, and electrical, all of that. So basically you can get up to 5 million rand funded by Cedar, right? Small Enterprise Development Agency. So look into Cedar. I know there is a problem with actually writing a compelling business proposal, which I'll probably give you guys a quick tips at the end of the video, so that you can be considered for funding. No one wants to miss out on the good stuff, because when I couldn't write a proper English and in a structure that is required and say the things that which the funders are looking for, and Ngembela, you have a good business plan, you've got a good business idea, that's also very unfair, ne? And then number 2, we have NYDA. NYDA, guys, Youth Development Agency. So they fund youth. If you have not reached above 35. Some of us have, and for you guys who think that I'm younger, I've got news for you. I am over 35. So, but if you are then below 35, NYDA can fund you. Please do get in touch with NYDA. Our application processes are online. And if you do not have internet or you don't have access to, laptops and etc. to get into the website, please visit any NYDA offices. They will be able to help you. NYDA, guys, pumps money into small businesses, especially the youth, right? And it's grant funding. That's the thing. Grant funding means you don't have to pay the money back. Okay, in fact, you're not going to pay money back. You don't have to. You will not be paying the money back. They say tucha. That's very tucha rarofa rufile. Zamolo iberekisha or bono kudirega business house, so that we can actually curb a lot of unemployment rate that's consistently increasing. And the more people actually grow in business, the more they can employ other people, the more we create jobs, and the more the economy works efficiently. And that's the intention. Né? And then we also have SAMAF. SAMAF is South African Microfinance Apex Fund. Now, they give financial services to entrepreneurs, again, focusing on the rural and more less of the urban areas, the outer side of the urban areas. We all know that a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners that are coming out of the Gauteng cities, the urban life, they don't really get a lot of opportunities. So therefore, SAMA focuses on that. They do products, microcredit funding, which gives loans to entrepreneurs, and the capacity building fund, which it is intended to equipping any institutions or skills, systems and equipment, right? So they also have another leg, which is called a savings mobilization fund. All right. I'm looking at my notes. Don't mind me doing this because go ningi and I don't want to miss anything. All right. So, and then we also have IDC. IDC has been doing, or they have been, in fact, funding businesses. IDC Industrial Development Corporation. We know that they fund mega businesses, people who do big projects, not only on small enterprise, but big. But one thing I know about IDC is that they then have appointed SIFA, which is a small enterprise finance agency, to run with the SME funding leg, right? So SIFA, guys, funds small enterprises, which is, i.e., the division of, IDC, or rather the small leg of what IDC will be doing. Né? There's also Technology Innovation Agency. Look up the Technology Innovation Agency. I won't be mentioning the threshold, the requirements, because a lot of them actually do need a similar type of requirements. Né? Obviously, you must have a registered business, directors, details, your IDs, and the whole sorts. If you're paying tax, you must provide that. And then a business proposal, why you need the funding, motivation. Some of them are easy. You just need to go online and actually type your motivation of why you need funding, from what to what products you offer, services. So I'm just plugging you guys with the institutions that actually do funding, right? And we'll have another video. We'll explain, Uti, if you want yours to be handpicked and selected, what can you do to write a good business proposal? There's also funding that is done by some of the provincial governments and municipalities that do business support, one of which is the Gauteng Growth and Development Agency. Western Cape also does the Western Cape Development and Economic Team or Tourism. They also do offer funding, so do look into that. I'll just write up all the acronyms so that you can remember, and if I have time, maybe I can just link them in the description box, because hey, it's a lot of work, right? Gauteng Enterprise Propeller, they also do funding, which assists in marketing materials. You just need to pester them. Those are so you just need to come to them. Ne? So Gauteng Enterprise Propeller. So please do look into that. Business partners, some of them do as well funding, right? So guys, let's talk about private sector funding, which a lot of institutions, private institutions to be exact, they offer quite a lot of funding. And let's talk about the important, obvious ones. There's Old Mutual. They do funding for potential business owners, but the requirements are very strict. You need to be in business for 12 months, turning over more than 500,000, and making sure your credit score is okay, and at least have been in business about 6 to 12 months. So do look out for Old Mutual. And number 2, it is SME Funding. SME Funding, again, they also do purchase order funding. Like, okay, at least like, you can even look into that. I mean, I'll talk about that later, but they also do that. So if you need any help with regards to tenders where you have an award letter but you don't know how to fund it, SME Funding can do that for you. Inventory funding, they do also do bridging finances. So ensure that you are there. But then here, the good thing is that your turnover can be from 0. You don't have to have a particular number for the turnover. Okay. The other one, guys, is Vodacom. I mean, it's coming from the word Vodacom. So they do have a financial institution that they fund business owners. Again, with them as well, you need to be at least making minimum 40K a month, I believe, and active for about 12 months as a business. They can fund you up to 500K, if not more. So do look into that as well. Right. Then there is what we call Luellen. Luellen, they fund up to 5 million and they do online pre-approval. How awesome is that? So cool, right? Luellen does fund as well. And then there's IDF Capital. They also do funding, so look into that. Now, for those who are in agriculture, farming, etc., we all know that Land Bank is your go-to people, right? Land Bank does do that type of funding, and of course, I will not be doing justice if I don't talk about the Absa guys. Absa guys, they have come up to assist SMEs. They do small business funding. Also, Absa, you can get grant funding depending how you position your requirements, and then sometimes then you can, or rather, there's also an option where you have to do the payback after a certain time. So, enough about private sector funding. Kuningi, like I said, I'm just not going to capture everything and everyone. Now, I want to make a difference in terms of business incubators, right? There is also business incubation hubs that are funded by some big companies to run their CSI budgets, or their ED programs that are actually managed by these business incubators. We know the most popular one, RaceCorp, have been leading in the game, right? And they started a while back. The intention of RaceCorp is to actually empower and equip business owners to actually know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And to actually understand how to run their business, finances, marketing to sales, to investments and to financial statements, etc. So they get funding from these big companies that want to pump money into enterprise development or support development programs, and then that goes into RaceCorp, which then you can apply, to be incubated by these. Incubation, guys, is like if they came out pre or before 9 months, premature, right? So if getting premature babies, then they get into the incubators, right? So that means now you have to allow them to grow until a certain time they're ready to actually go out of the 4 walls, and then right. So it means as a business as well, you have incubators that their personal mandate is to actually ensure that they nurture your business until you actually get to a certain point. So RaceCorp does that. If you want to be part of that, please get an application through to them. And then there's also Finola. Finola does do incubation. They run a lot of SME programs as well, SMMEs, and of course let's say previous SAB, now AB InBev is affiliated a lot with Finola, where they give them, they run rather programs for them. Okay, and then there is also SA Future Trust. SA Future Trust, they do business incubation and innovation hub, of course, for all the IT, and technology related type of businesses. These are your people. I don't want to talk about crowdfunding and because some of the said. So that's not for this video today. We will do a separate video because that one we need to expand more on it. Now, guys, there's also black umbrellas. Black umbrellas, they do network and affiliation, right? They are associated more with mining. So if you're interested in mining, please check out black umbrellas. You actually network a lot. You meet more people. They offer you an opportunity vast, actually more than just funding. You can grow from that. So I think I've said enough on this video regarding the funding opportunities. I mean, like I said, this is not be it and all. There is a whole lot more out there, but to get you started, you can just look into these ones I've shared today. What is very key though, when you are writing your proposal or your motivation for why you need funding, it doesn't matter if it's just a new product, the service that you want to launch, or you are actually getting into tenders. Therefore, you need to know how you're actually going to do this. What is important then for you guys is to make sure that you write your forecast, right? What is your anticipated profit for this year? Next, like do like a projection, man, 3-year projections, right? Include the inflation, consider the CPI, consider stuff that in fact affects the price, affects the market, affects your businesses, and also indicate what will be your anticipated profit for the next coming years. And then also your growth strategies. What is your business strategy to grow? You know, how are you intending to grow? Are you gonna acquire more businesses? Are you gonna enter new markets? What is your plan? How is the strategy? Where do you fit into the whole thing, right? In terms of where you're at with your market opportunity. So it's quite broad, right? In terms of providing what that which the approver on the other side wants. Okay, now coming to purchase order funding, also there are quite a number of them in the market, but I'll talk about what the ones I know, and I know that you guys can get something from there. So there is SourceFin. They do purchase order funding. Look up SourceFin on the internet and try and find out how they actually start the process. And also, Uber. And then there's also Seed Capital. Seed Capital, the nice thing about them is they offer really minimal charges and fees. So there is an initiation fee that you pay, but they fund up to 1.6 million unless it has obviously increased over time. Look at that. And I know some of the ones I've mentioned today also do fund purchase orders. So guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Anyway, so I'll do a video, guys, where I talk in depth in terms of what you need to write in your business proposal, business plan to get this funding, because guys, it's economy and but it's how you actually also propose and project, and how you also sell your business and request for this fund, so that there's someone who's sitting on the other side of the table can actually say, yes, we want to fund you. And yes, guys, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, yes, please do subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys, everyone who subscribed. Be part of the family, don't be outside of the family. And if you do need my personal assistance, I do a business coaching and mentorship. You can email me here on info@roigroup.co.za. I'll certainly assist you. Some things we can't talk about, of course, in general, because they need specific assistance, specific needs. You know, some things are just too general to apply. But if you need my help, do pop me an email, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.